Good day everyone, today we're going to be learning how to draw simple eyes in Moho. First of all, the characters in cartoons we see they always have eyes. That's because it's essential for cartoon characters to have eyes. So now in this tutorial I'm going to be teaching you how to draw simple eyes. Let's get started. So the first thing we are going to do is we have to create a new project because this was the initial project that I worked on. So right now we're going to create a new project. You can use the shortcut Ctrl and N. Ctrl N gives you a new project. Now, the first thing you have to do is to change the name of this layer to change it to eyeball. Then we are going to create a new layer. And by doing that, we come here, click on vector and change that to pupil. Then create a new layer and we're going to name that eyelid. Alright, when all this is done, I'm going to select all three of them. In order to select all three of them, I selected the lowest and then shift to select. When you hold 2 and shift, it selects three of them and then I group them with selection. It gives me a group. Now I can change the name of the group to I1. This is for closing the group and opening it in case we need to see it. Now I'm going to the eyeball. I will click on the layer so that we can start working on it. Oh, sorry about this. Just click once on the layer. Then come to the shapes tool and start drawing. Oh, we have to make sure it's a circle first. So we come up here and change it to circle. By holding down shift, I am making a perfect circle. If you want a perfect circle, you have to hold down shift. Then I go to the transform point tool. It's for moving or transforming and translating the points. Come to the pupil next, and then I click on the draw shape tool. I don't want a perfect circle for this, so I'm just going to draw it without holding shift. Then transform to move it to the center. Now the eyelid. For the eyelid is going to actually be rectangle. Always make sure you are drawing on the correct layer. The eyelid is going to be rectangle shaped. Draw it to cover half of the eye. And then use the transform point tool to move around and to make sure it goes according to half of the eye. That's cover half. Then you copy and paste for the next one. Then I come to the add points tool and make sure that your sharp corners is not selected. Add point in the middle and drag it up. Do the same for the lower one. Then curvature tool, it helps you to smoothen it and give more curves to the object. I drag and I drag. Now to give it colors, click on the draw shape tool. You actually use this for changing the colors. So press OK. Do the same for the next. For the lower, you just come up here and use the eyedropper tool. It's very easier to use it from here. Select it and gives it the same color. Come to the pupil and click on it. You see that as I'm on the pupil, I can't click on any other thing because you have to be on that exact layer for you to click on whatever it is. So always make sure you are on the correct layer before you can start working on your coloring. So I give this one a black color. Remove the stroke. You don't need the stroke for the pupil. Then the eyeball, it has to be color white. Alright, see, it's looking somehow like an eyeball. But how do we hide the rest of them? You double click on the group and then go to masking. double click on it, then go to masking. Hide all is where you hide them. By doing this, we have applied masking and it looks like a normal eye, but the line is not showing for the eyeball. So what we do is to double click on it and then click exclude stroke in masking. Press OK and the line comes back. Now I want to create the second eye. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to select the transform button, select the layer, make sure the transform layer is selected, and then by holding shift, move it to the left. I hold shift and move it to the left. That's to make sure it moves on a straight line. Then I come to duplicate it and name this eyeball 2. It's already on that spot, so we hold shift and drag it to the right. And there you have it. Holding shift makes it move in a straight line, but if you do not hold shift, it's just going to move anyhow. That's why you always have to hold shift. So Ctrl S is to save your work. Always save your work so that it does not close while you are working and then you lose your progress. Saving it actually helps. So there we have it. Ctrl R is to render, just to show you how it's going to look like. And that's it.